All right, folks, if you want to have more fun playing soccer, you want to be more relaxed, confident, aware on the field, this is a simple routine. We're using some simple tools to work on effortless training, right? We want to focus on the fundamentals. We want to focus on movement, dribbling, passing and shooting, and as well as juggling. So we're just going to do a simple rotation and have a lot of fun. All right, let's do it. First we have O2 Trainer. This is by Bass Rutten. Right, this is supposed to help improve our stamina, endurance. I ate a huge dinner. I got indigestion. And this engages your like core and stomach so much about to puke. Pardon me, Jesus. The Soccer Cookbook featuring belching by Andrew Tetzloff. Oh my lord. I'll tell you what, folks. This is such a tiny device if you think about how portable it is, but this thing is no freaking joke. I probably haven't set way too high of a restriction on the intake, but man, this thing is like the hardest part of this whole thing right here. Okay, right, so those 3 minutes or 30 repetitions, whatever comes first. I'm gonna wipe up my freaking nasty spit. And then what are we gonna do? Let's do well, what do we usually do? Breathing. Oh, let's do some Fedor's Ayani. All right, we got the cat. Well, I forget what this one is, but it makes the quads, right? It really loosens the quad up. Just like getting into this position, it's so subtle, but it really unlocks like that. It's like getting some nice lengthening in this ankle joint, and right, if it's tender on your knees or something, right, you could take it easy, but after, maybe been doing this for a month or two and just been feeling really good, now whenever I'm in Whenever I'm in the car, I'll try to bust this out. Whenever I'm sitting in general, you know, just getting into one of the positions, and you can flow in and out of them, right? If you get a little stiff in one, you just kind of shift into another one, and it just makes your whole body feel, right? Body's connected from fingers to toes, so just relieves tension in the whole body. I wish I knew it sooner, but right? Better late than never. And folks, just a reminder, right? This is not the way to do, this is just a way. It's not the way. Some people like to start with juggling. Some people like to skip rope. Some people like to do some balance work. Some people like to do some rope flow, right? You gotta do what you like to do, right? You gotta feel good doing it. What I'm doing, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just testing it. It's like each workout is like a little test. How do you feel after? Are you energized? Are you, right? Like, are you satisfied with your movement? Is your mind elsewhere, right? It's just, you know, you just gotta breathe through it, have fun, get a lot of touches, right? It's like I said, the soccer cookbook is not about getting better. It's really not about getting better. It's having more fun. It's having more fun playing and training, right? It's like you want to try to be like, it's almost like soccer training for a young Kung Fu Panda, or if you're like a baby Yoda, right? It's supposed to be like a Zen approach to soccer training. Some Mr. Miyagi stuff, right? Breathing. Right, nice and easy. We're trying to restore the mind, right? Lose yourself in your breath, in the ball, in the rope, whatever you're doing, you know, whatever you're doing, you gotta love it. Oh, okay, we got maybe one or two more postures that I can remember. I should really look up these names because I just looked at the pictures. I should know how to name them. See, right there, right when I went down, I felt this decompression in my spine. Right, it feels, just going through them, you're gonna feel these little cracks in your back, in your neck. So just explore, right? Just see, like Dick Hartzell says, shop around. Shop around. Where's the tension? Where's your mind? Are you here? Oh, bless me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Jesus. And I feel like I've seen some of those Ioni pictures. He kind of puts his legs even at a sharper angle, so I'm going to try that. Right now, the format of this training, it really came from a mixture of asking ChatGPT, right? Like I asked ChatGPT, combine a 1 hour long training routine of Messi, Mbappe, and Maradona, and Pele or something. And it was like, warm up with light jogging and stretching, and do like it was just basically the first 25 minutes were active stretching, jogging, and light juggling. So like I'm trying to mimic what basically the smartest, you know, I guess there's ChatGPT-4 now, ChatGPT-4 now and more advanced versions, but like the response was so concrete
And it made so much sense in terms of, right, like, you gotta have a great warm-up. You don't want to shortchange your warm-up, because if you tweak a hamstring or an ankle or a hip flexor, you know, it's like, you gotta invest in a world-class warm-up. So that's, right, this Ziani, right, warm-up, I think that's a world-class, some world-class stretches, right? He's probably one of the most athletic 59-year-olds in the world. We're gonna get into some, some ROKP. We're gonna get into some David Weck. We're gonna get into some Robert Nagel, kick trainer, some balance, and just have a lot of fun and some juggling. Okay, from here, let's do RKP. There's a sled here, but there's also 2 bands that work nicely. Yeah. And we already spent a previous hour doing a nice doing some step-ups on a Bosu ball with 2 propulsors. So this is more just to get some very relaxed touches and just almost stay sharp, right? Really be mindful and relaxed, working on our breathing. How does that look? That looks good. Right, so ROKP, Ned Patrick. ROKP, which stands for reversing out of knee pain, but right, it's more than that. It's building strength, flexibility, and maybe mobility from the toes. Right, we spend most of our time walking forwards. That when we put our toes into this position, this is supposed to be nice for the whole body. So let's do a few minutes of this. And look, two bands. We have 2 bands. A green and a purple, and it's like, boom, you're already, right, you don't need a sled if you have one. Hyper portable. And I like to almost get into the coiling of the core, like combining the David Weck, like the rotating, bending, twisting of the spine, as well as the walking backwards, so kind of putting 2, I would say, maybe, I guess you'd call it modalities together, right? 2 training modalities. About a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks from tomorrow, right, I tweaked my back trying to do some heavy deadlifts, so we're just working through some tension in my lower right back, but this feels real good, so we're gonna keep it going. And you could get into an Amy Cuddy power pose, right? If you don't know Amy Cuddy power posing, just search that term, Amy Cuddy power posing, the TED Talk. I used to do this before economics. My senior year, before econ exams, I had 3 exams. I had to pass that class, and so that means that if I didn't pass one exam, I would fail. I wouldn't graduate, and if I didn't graduate my senior year, then my parents would have literally killed me. So I would do this in the bathroom, listening to A$AP Rocky's Fashion Killer before every exam, and I freaking graduated, baby. What's the term? D's get degrees. I also feel like I spend, when I'm on my phone, you know, I try to be mindful. Like, I feel like when I'm on my phone, I'm hunched over a little bit. So I'm really trying to be mindful about doing more good mornings, more reverse hyperextensions, back extensions, maybe some high rep deadlifts. You're going to start seeing me do a lot more. Really focus on my lower back. I think Pavel Tatsulin says that if you can only focus on your abs and lower back, that all your lifts will improve. So we're gonna get into that as well. All right, see if we can do some lower back and some ab work. And I'm going to try to keep it a screen, but go with more tension. One thing I try to keep in mind is that if I'm right, you'll see me film in different places, and I'll try and be mindful of what resources this gym in particular has. Right, so this gym has a sauna, and it's got a lot of Bosu balls. So for those reasons, it also has some nice. It's got this gorilla bow, which is very similar to an X3. So. And we've got great space, right? Nice wood floors. There's a row over there. There's some freaking dumbbells. It's almost like I have a bag of tools, right? I have a bag of soccer training tools, and those I can do in a park, right? Anything that is on me portable, I try to be mindful. It's almost like your location has certain characteristics about it that you really want to take advantage of the places that you are, right? So it's like if I were to come here and only use the stuff in my backpack instead of, maybe swing. They have this nice like jungle gym bars, and they got the nice Bosu balls. So you kind of want to start to be mindful of like, what are the diamonds in your quote backyard that you're using or not using? For example, there is a wall by my house that I don't take advantage of, and thinking about it, I should be spending more time getting touches with the wall, because wall touches are excellent. But just some things that was just a thought that I was thinking about, that I think it's almost having it's locational training awareness, right? Like, and just keeping similar themes of training, but variety within the same pattern, right? It's like, I like a nice protein, a nice fat, and like nuts and fruit, but they don't necessarily have to be the same. It doesn't have to be the same nut, doesn't have to be the same fruit, doesn't have to be the same, could be chicken, could be fish, could be shrimp, could be eggs. So just like a breakfast, there's variation within a similar theme, so for what it's worth. Okay. That feels good. Okay, now let's do it. We're gonna hit the right? DMA,
LT metronome. This is the Robert Nagel metronome agility ladders. And then we're gonna bump it up a little bit quicker.
Right, very relaxed.
Let's go a little bit quicker. I didn't finish on a strong note, so let me make sure I finish strong. And then if you have if you got an RMP rope, even if you got two shoelaces, you could use a hoodie, you could use a scarf, you could even pretend there's a rope there and start to move your body around. Right? You could even use a resistance band. I've used a resistance band. Just start swinging it around, breathing. And then, David Weck says, if you could only learn one pattern, learn the alternating underhand sneak. And he says, learn the alternating underhand sneak because it's 2 pulses of balance on the inside and the outside of each foot. Now, there are some nuances. Like, for whatever reason, I started doing this thing where I kind of do a high knee raise, almost like a high Muay Thai knee, as as you're going through the pattern. But there are people who you can also turn, you can pivot on the balls or even your toes, right? So even within the same pattern, there's a lot of variations. You could keep both your feet in a fixed position and then force your hips and your spine to do a lot of the turning. So, is there a correct way? I have no idea. David Weck could probably tell you more, but maybe it's a way of no way. Maybe you got to do what's right for you, right? Bruce Lee. It's like, if it works for you, great. If not, let it go and keep on testing other stuff. So, just playing around with different variations could be beneficial. So even though ChatGPT said do light juggling first, since we did the agility ladders in the beginning, and rope flow kind of flows from that agility movement concept, it just makes logical sense to me to go from the RMT rope right into the kick trainer. And since we have those two balls, we're gonna see if we can mimic. We're gonna almost do a. David Weck's been messing around with his Weck deck in fun positions, so I'm gonna see if I can start to just get my touches going and replicate 2 Weck decks. Right, just working different surfaces, different angles of the ankle to adapt to. Maybe get into some one-legged. A lot of things I've been thinking about are, doing 2, right? Like with the RMT rope, when you're doing that alternating underhand sneak, it's like 2 pulses on each foot. So I've been trying to translate that into 2 kicks with the sense ball on each foot, and then switching. So going pop, 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 pop. And you could feel so quickly, right? If you saw that missed touch right there, like you can feel and hear it when you get great contact. That's why I love this kick trainer. Super underrated training tool. If you're not using a kick trainer already, I swear, I joke around. I think on my Instagram headline it says, "Do you have some pain behind those eyes? You might need a soccer vacation," right? Like, just bringing a ball with you everywhere can allow you to unlock, right, thousands of touches in 15 minutes. 10-15 minutes with a kick trainer, you can get 1,200 touches effortlessly. I think the kick trainer is great too, because it's like
for beginners especially, because just developing your striking technique, and it's not about, it's more about there's low levels of frustration, so it makes the learning curve almost non-existent, because if you have enough patience to just kick a ball and then maybe start to understand the concept of like pointing your toe and locking your ankle at the time of that contact, and then maybe thinking about switching hands with the ball, and then maybe thinking about kind of getting very relaxed, losing yourself. I like this one, doing the V's. My ball comes from left, and then you bring it right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, and then go right into the around the world, trap, around the world, trap, around the world, trap, around the world, trap. Around the world, back, back, back. What I love about these tools as well is like between an RNP rope, you know, a breath trainer, 2 bands, a kick trainer, and maybe a small ball, it's like you could travel the whole world, and create, you know, I'd argue a world-class training session if you're very relaxed, if you're getting great touches, you know, fundamental ideas on moving. But I'm trying to train smarter so that I can share, right? Because this is what I wish I knew years ago, right? This is what I wish my dad would showed me years ago, or, you know, if I wish I had this as a freshman in high school, or a freshman in college, or my second year as a freshman in like after I got freaking cut from Duquesne and had to walk onto URI. I wish I knew about this freshman year at both Duquesne and URI. I wish I knew about this going into my senior year, all this stuff. So, this is not me sharing all the stuff that I know to be true. This is just stuff that I wish that I had access to. So I'm learning. I'm just learning with you guys. Anyone who's watching, I'm just learning. As you can see. Let's see. We'll get a couple more touches, and then we're gonna shift to get ready to some juggling. Do some twos. We're gonna do work on that double right, double left, kind of mimic alternating underhand sneak stuff. All right, 2. And if you got some music, if you're a music connoisseur or like something with a little bump, you can get some music going, anything with a nice beat or rhythm, nice and easy. And I like to finish with this double Dutch. Little fancy footwork. When you're gonna use this in the game? Probably never. Actually, you know what? Since going behind the back, I was always like, I never really used behind the back, but there was one opportunity, I busted it out. It was a perfect pass that the defender didn't see or didn't think that I could make because it was an odd angle, but it was so smooth and my connection was so, it was just perfect contact with the ball, the behind the back pass perfectly where I wanted to go, and it was unlocked just from doing the simple kick trainer work. So you know, there are some coaches out there who maybe share training plans and don't use them, but like you can see, I use my own. I like it, so for what it's worth. Okay, kick trainer, juggling. Do we have any other balls? Yeah. Right, whatever you have. You could use a balanced tennis ball, dog toy, toilet paper, right? Don't be afraid. American football, basketball, right? As long as you're safe, you want to make sure you're not by a road or by bicycles or by sharp sharp objects or freaking whatever, electrical lines, but right, just be aware. You gotta start to be aware whenever you walk into a room or walk outside your house or get out of your car, even when you're in the car driving, even if you're not the one driving, always be scanning, right? Scanning. Everyone's talking about Messi. He's always scanning, right? So your eyes almost carry most of, you could save yourself time and energy if you're just aware of your surroundings. So be mindful of, right, staying relaxed while you're juggling and trying to develop an awareness, a relaxed awareness of your surroundings. Haircut soon. It's getting a little wavy. easy for me to lose the breath, right? We're feeling pretty good despite the tension in the back. This ball feels wobbly to me. Might need a little air, but okay. Right? So then it's juggling, and then you go for as long as little as you want. So some ideas I've been thinking about as I do this, it's like, does it make more sense to do more circuits, more laps, or increase the duration of each activity, right? Do I go like, get very relaxed and do 10 minutes rope flow, 10 minutes kick trainer, 10 minutes juggling, 10 minutes dribbling, or do I do like, 15, 20 and then like kind of stretch it out, and you can say, okay, maybe there's a time component, but just playing around with, would you rather have more switching up, right? More rotations, or more time on each one for longer periods of time? I don't know, but anyway, let's do a Tom. We're gonna do the Tom Turnbull dribbling sequence, and the quote that I get reminded of when I do this is that you see me doing this one a lot because without Tom Turnbull out of New Jersey, right? I'm never gonna. He helped me get on a different trajectory of training and really helped me start to think, start to become a better player. And it's such a simple sequence, right? Outside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, outside, inside, outside, inside, out, in, 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 in, out, in. then from here, right, choice is yours. If you have a partner, or if there's someone you could potentially play, you could do some 1v1, right? Or you could play the barrel game. This could be a finisher after practice. If you feel like you need more touches, this could be a warm-up. This could be a warm-up before practice. This could be, right, you could do all this stuff, right? Kick trainer, arm T rope, juggling, dribbling. You could do this on a sideline during a game. So super versatile, and pretty low, right? Low impact, right? Not a lot of recovery needed. It almost feels like this is active. Like this feels like recovery to me, right? But I've been doing it for 20 plus years. So, you know, you just gotta have fun with it. Take it easy, right? We're not getting better. We're having more fun, getting touches, being relaxed, and just moving around. So, right, if you want to have more fun on the field, more fun training, more fun playing, this could be for you. All right, thank you.